Tell me all your past. Tell me all your dreams. You're a black metal demon. You're a black metal king. You're a black metal diamond. You're a black metal baby. Move your shadow gently. Your hair sweeps the ground. Point up to the sky. Begging for dolphin sounds. You're a black metal demon. You're a black metal king. You're a black metal diamond. You're a black metal baby. Ooh, can we talk about how the now? Can we talk about how the now? You're a black metal demon. You're a black metal king. You're a black metal diamond. You're my black metal baby. Who's gonna be your setting sun? Who's gonna wipe the dew from your eyes? My little alien, my little alien. We take turns at night to make sure we're safe inside. You hold my chest like a lion. I point my fist to the sky. Go off, king, with your flower garden. Go off, king, with your big castle. Go off, king, with all your horses. Go off, king, go off. Go off, king, with your mushroom garden. Go off, king, with your broken heart. Go off, king, with your alien babies. Go off, king, go off. I belong I'm Nicole from Airways. Thanks for having me. I have just a couple more. Let's see. Can you give me a knockout? I will turn it inside out. I will turn it inside out. Can you pull all your teeth out so we know just how you fight? So we know just how you fight. Can you lay all the facts down so we get this story right? So we get this story right. I'm alive. I'm a fire. I'm a fire. For the first time in my life. For the first time in my life. I'm alive. I'm a fire. I'm a fire. For the first time in my life. For the first time in my life. There's a line that gets crossed now. It gets crossed every time. It gets crossed every time. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm a fire. I'm a fire. For the first time in my life. For the first time in my life. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm a fire. I'm a fire. For the first time in my life. For the first time in my life. Ooh, Thanks. I actually have two more. This song's called Frank. Oops, sorry. Messed that one up. Take the cat off the counter, get the house up in order. I'm not letting anyone in. I'm a bad man for coming around, but you invited me here. I'm a bad man for shedding a tear, but you invited me here. Take my heart, find it hard to settle. Take my heart, find it hard to settle. I've been gone for a long time, but you stay here in my mind, clearly all the time. I've been gone for a long time, but these towns, they're changing, passing through a time. Take my heart, find it hard to settle. Take my heart, find it hard to settle. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm a bad man for coming around, but you invited me here. This is my last one. It's a new one. It's kind of karaoke style. Because I'm going to play. Okay. You were dressed in all blue with your cowboy boots. Follow me in the crowd as the rain poured down. With your deck of cards and your starry ring, red, red, shine down like a golden crown. Red, red, shine down like a holy grail. Don't wanna be alone anymore. Walk through aisles at the corner store. Pick up a magazine with you in it. Fall up, fall down when it red, red, shine down like a golden crown. Red, red, shine down like a holy grail. Hold on, hold on, hold on. In the city street, hold on, hold on. We can all come clean. Red, 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 red. Shine down on me. Red, 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 red. Shine down on me. Lay me down in sheets of leather. Cool. Thank you for having me. Okay, bye, guys.
Nicole.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, that was so lovely. The whole
Oh, thank you.
great, great, great work. It's so beautiful. I love the songs. And I
Thank
just
you.
started following you on Spotify. I'm like, wait, let's go there. Let's do that. So we have some questions for you today. For everyone that's just tuning in, welcome to Free Shipping, our third consecutive fundraising festival. Be sure to check out shipping.com, that's ship-ing.com for info on our up and coming events, as well as some fly merchandise. And we are actually raising funds for Beitul Mall. It's a charitable organization aiding the humanitarian crisis in Yemen. So be sure to check out baitulmal.org. That's baitulmal.org. Here we have Nicole from Airwaves. Thank
Nice
you
to
so much
meet you.
for joining us again, like I said. And we have some questions from the fans, I believe.
Wow.
Just a few questions here. So I'm going to start off with the first one, which is what's your recording setup, studio or home?
I do both, but I just finished a record and I did it in a studio.
Amazing. And
Yeah.
has lockdown changed your recording setup at all for you? Have you noticed a significant like
Yeah,
shift in your
a
creative
couple of things. I had some like guest singers,
Oh,
which I'm
amazing.
really excited about, like Frankie Cosmos and Cass McCombs, and so they did it from their home. So that was like cool that even during isolation, they could like send me the files and
Yeah, that's like really profesh, like virtual
yeah,
recording session. You're like,
totally.
I'll have my people send it to your people. That's
But yeah,
wonderful. And actually, speaking about that, do you believe in the idea that artists are actually in the process of making their masterpieces during lockdown, or you think that's just like BS? How do you feel?
I definitely did not feel very motivated or
Yeah,
inspired during lockdown.
same.
So I just finished the record before lockdown.
Yeah.
But like, when people are like, write new songs, I'm like, I don't want to write anything right now.
Yeah,
So
it seems like a difficult time, I feel like, for a lot of people to tap into their like creative juices and to flow with it. Like I know for me, because I make music as well, and
so
I've
cool.
mostly just been writing. Like sometimes a random melody will come in and I'm like, oh, I have to like voice record that. But yeah, I feel the same. I feel like a lot of the time I'm like not really motivated to do anything really. So I feel you on that. And speaking about songwriting, what aspect of songwriting is most important to you personally?
I think I'm a very lyric driven person.
Yeah,
The music is important too. And I noticed recently that I've been super sensitive to drum sounds. Like I keep wanting to redo drum sounds.
that's
So that's
dope.
been like a new establishment for me. But yeah, lyrics, I just did this thing where like they told us to analyze songs and not be emotional, but like not emotionally. And I was like, I can't do that. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I was thinking about I'm like, "Wait, is that even possible?" I feel
right.
like writing just naturally conveys emotion,
Definitely.
so it would be difficult for me to analyze and to, like, break down something without being emotional. I'm already just, like, innately an emotional person, so I
Yeah,
feel like
me
it would
too.
be yeah, so I feel like it would just be difficult to do that, but, wow. I mean, yeah, I think lyrics are super important for sure and are crucial to the music songwriting process. I think for me, I do a lot of like reflecting. I go back to like old memories and kind of allow
Oh,
that to be the way in which I flow with like my lyrics. But yeah, I think yeah, that's what makes it so important, right? And also, what is most
yeah.
important to you, like in production? Like, what do you hope to capture? What do you hope to convey?
I just started working with this new mixing person and I really hear the difference. There's like, so I hope to convey like the warmth that I wanted from the songs. And I know like people say my songs are kind of sad, but they actually like feel happy to me. So I hope people
That's
feel happy. And like two of the new songs I wrote are like kind of dancey techno
yeah.
sort of
Oh,
songs. So
nice. That
yes.
actually reminds me of, you know the drama duo, the group Drama?
No, I don't.
They're really
I'll
dope.
check
So they
them
actually
out.
make music. It's called like I think their motto used to be like sad, happy dance music.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
And it has that same kind of like warm, but it's talking about something a little bit sad. Like, and
Right.
it's dope. What programs do you usually use when you're doing your songs? Like, is it Ableton or
I usually use GarageBand actually because
I've
it's like
actually started
easiest.
using GarageBand
Yeah.
too.
I love it. It's like super simple, and then I'll just record everything on there. And I like some of the sounds they have, and then I could have like the person I play drums with, David, like make something more interesting from it, but to give him an
Yeah.
idea.
I love that. I was using Ableton with my cousin. He's helping me produce the first like 4 or 5 songs on my EP, but,
Oh, cool.
I started
Ableton
like
is so
fucking
hard for me.
yeah, it is a little
It's
difficult. Like, I
tricky.
started fucking with GarageBand because I was and on my phone also, I was like, "Let me just try this out and, like, see
Yeah,
what I
the phone's the best. On the subway, I'm like, oh, I wrote a song. Yeah.
I was, like, in my room, I'm, like, using the acoustics of the bathroom. But it's interesting to really
Right.
see the difference in how people approach music from different programs. How like, when it comes to mastering, do you
Totally.
think it's a lot more simple on GarageBand, or do you? Because I haven't messed around with, like, the mastering part of it, but have you seen
I always have Hiba Keduri master my records. Do you know
okay.
her? She's amazing.
What's her name?
Hiba Keduri. I think it's Kadry.
I'm over here, like,
I
taking
hope
notes.
I hope I'm spelling that right, but she's incredible, and like I've used her for every record, and I feel like a lot
Mhm.
of people in New York use her or everywhere because she's just
Really?
well known and like does such an excellent job.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely would love to work with other people that are like that specialize in mastering because I feel like in some songs you can really hear like the voice in the front and it sounds so
Totally.
pretty and melodic
Yeah.
and it's definitely something that I aspire to hopefully get to do one day. Um, now I was gonna ask another question. It
I
says,
like your sweatshirt.
what's up?
I like your sweatshirt.
I had to rep it. I'm over here in California, but I was like, I'm repping
Oh,
Brooklyn,
you're in
like,
California. Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
I was like, I miss New York so much. I mentioned it earlier when I opened up this,
Uh,
but there's just an energy about NYC that's so like special and particular to it that like I don't feel anywhere else. So I'm missing it a little bit.
yeah, New York's the best, kind
It
of.
is. It's so
Yeah.
special. It looks like this was a two-part question, but it says
Okay.
some artists struggle to translate their inspiration or original feeling into the medium. How's that process for you?
That's a good question.
Right? I
Yeah,
was like,
sometimes I was just thinking about that because like some of the songs I made demos,
yeah,
and when I brought it to the studio and then to like this person mixing, I was like, I wanted to sound like the demo, like the thing I did on my phone and
right.
super lo-fi. So I think just keep trying different takes. And
Yeah.
I've been listening to, do you know the band Suicide?
Suicide. I think that sounds hella familiar. Yeah.
I've been listening to them a lot and just seeing like how minimal everything is, but also like really powerful to have like a minimal thing that keeps your attention. So I've been
Right.
trying to like have that because my songs are pretty minimal. So trying
Yeah.
to like use them
Which
as
I
an
love. I
influence.
love that whole like simple is beautiful aesthetic
Thanks.
of it. It's so nice. It's really
Thanks.
easy on like the ears and like it changes your whole mood. I mean, your whole set was so beautiful. I was like, I want to.
Thank
That's
you.
why I went to Spotify right quick. I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
thanks.
But yeah, that lo-fi aspect of it, I think, is really it's developed its whole new like its own genre now. I believe like
Mhm.
there's a whole like genre for lo-fi music, which is so incredible. I just found like two playlists on Spotify. Speaking of that, were all like lo-fi songs.
We're banning Spotify though.
Are we banning Spotify?
We should. They're terrible.
Wait, is there tea that I don't
No,
know?
well, the guy just did this whole thing about how, like, to be
I'm
a
not
real.
on social media, so I'm
Oh,
like,
that's good. Good for you.
but tell
But
me,
yeah,
tell me.
no, the guy from Spotify. I mean, like artists don't get paid anything on there, and like Bandcamp during lockdown was giving artists all the profits. They didn't.
Right.
Spotify didn't do anything like that.
I
And
think
the
they
guy
did an
who.
incentive though, where like people could click on like their Cash App link because I know I have it on on my artist Spotify account. People
Mhm.
can donate to like your Cash App or PayPal.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I have it on my phone. I'm like, oh, maybe it's like not working. But,
Yeah, but I think it's like I don't know, like 3 cents a player. It's
uh,
insane.
like
Yeah,
there's no royalties coming in
less.
from it.
There's no royalties, and he said something like just talking about how the culture of music listeners is like so ADD that he was like, you have to come out with music like every year or you're not gonna make it. And like, that's
Wow.
not true.
Yeah,
And
that's really
that's not
disconnected.
how
I feel
it
like
should be
exactly. I feel like it's a
produced.
form of art. It's not something I mean, I feel like in the industry, unfortunately, like it is commercialized and like people like turn it in it's a whole business. But I think from an artist aspect, it's like you want to be able to take time to create records, to produce an
Right.
album, a whole body of work. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
Sade was dipped for 10 years and then dropped another album. Like
You say
she's
Sade?
Sade, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
such a Sade fan. She's like so inspirational to
she's
me, but
great.
I always turn to her because I feel like she really takes her time with the process and she really examines how she's going to go about it from an artist, like, and a musician standpoint, not so much from the business standpoint. Because I'm sure so many people want another Sade album, want another Sade record,
Yeah,
but she's like, this is artistry. This is actually
of
like my
course. It.
form of yeah
Yeah.
of doing it. But yeah, I didn't know about that Spotify stuff. I'm like over here, like, what's going on? Let's take a look. And I think this might be there's two more questions. So
Okay,
how do you think being a queer woman informs
I'm
your
not queer.
process differently than other identities, aka like men and specifically cis straight men?
That's an interesting question because I do work with a lot of cis straight men,
Mhm.
and that's a tough question. Like, because I feel fortunate where, for the most part, I've had good experiences with the straight men I've worked with,
Okay.
and there's
Like
something
they've been
really,
respectable.
yeah, there's something like really empowering for me being like a queer woman with like men behind me, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, no,
they're
that
playing
totally.
my songs. So it feels like empowering. I had one bad experience where we were playing on the pier and
Mhm,
I think he was actually a Burger Records band and
mhm.
all this stuff's coming out about them now. But he wouldn't stop touching me while I was playing, like my leg. And
Oh,
I kicked his amp in the water.
good. Yeah, what
Yes.
the fuck? Wait,
That
like
was
touching you, like how?
he was like trying to rub my leg and my bandmate kept like kicking him off and he wouldn't listen
Wow. So
and
just crossing boundaries and not being
totally
respectful.
crossing boundaries. Yeah,
Which
so that
I
was like the worst experience I've ever had.
I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of people, unfortunately, also like in the industry, come across individuals, like cis straight individuals that are like that, which is really sad because it gives them a bad name. But yeah, I'm sorry you had to
Absolutely.
go through
Yeah.
that. But overall, like on
No,
the positive aspect, you feel like it's
overall, yeah. Yeah. I want to work with like more queer musicians and I do work with queer musicians, but I also like don't want to not work with guys if I like really respect what they're
right.
doing. So I
Their
try
craft.
to like mix it up and
Yeah. I'm like,
um,
I want to write a song with you.
oh, that'd be amazing. I would love that.
Right? I'm like listening to you. I'm like,
Do
I could
it.
riff on this.
Let's do it.
It's so beautiful. And do you have any acts or artists in mind that you would want to honor or feel indebted to, or do you look at your work in a different way? And if so, like how?
Wait, can you say that you broke
Oh,
up? The
sure.
internet broke
Do
up.
you have any acts slash artists in mind that you would want to honor or feel indebted to, or do you look at your work in a different way? And if so, how?
Um, no, I definitely am indebted to so many artists. Like,
Right?
there's a long
You're
list.
like, let me pull out the
Yeah,
scroll.
I've been listening to Arlo Parks lately,
Oh
and
wow,
you
yeah.
know her. And I was watching that show, I May Destroy You, and I'm not. They weren't musicians I like grew up with necessarily, but I was just like made me want to try something new.
Yeah,
So what I guess the answer to that is like anytime I hear something new, it's inspiring,
right.
and um, but like, yeah, I guess the one band I really like grew up with that I always consistently look at is Velvet Underground.
Yeah.
Um, and like
Their
Mo
sound
Tucker,
is
her
so
drumming style, the
yeah,
simple drumming, and yeah,
so beautiful.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much for
Thanks
doing this
for
with
having me.
me. Yeah, it was amazing talking to you. I'm like, we could talk all day.
And what's
I'm
your
like, what happened?
what's your music project called?
So I'm Magnolia Polaris. It's actually
Oh, your name. Okay,
mhm.
I'll write it down.
I have like SoundCloud mixes and I have two singles out right now, which is more like synthetic pop. or yeah, like synth pop, like Spanish synth pop experimental music. But I'm kind of thinking of moving into a more acoustic world
Cool.
because I find myself writing a lot of poems and like love songs. So I'm kind
Uh-huh.
of I'm thinking of picking up a guitar. So you're definitely
Do
in.
it.
I feel like I have to learn. I want to.
You can get some nice cheap guitars. There's tons of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you again so much.
Thanks for
And
having
to
me.
everyone that's been watching, thank you so much. Be sure to keep on tuning in for amazing acts and be sure to donate to, again, baitulmal.org, BAITULMAAL.org. And mwah, we'll see y'all soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, or
Was
are
that
we off?
good?
Yeah, it was great. I just have one thing. I just want to make sure we're off air.
Are we off there?